Big picture thinking. I was looking closely at the image before us. No? I could see 3 shining human figures. Actually 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just near sort of like a portal. No? And there are rocks that are supporting the portal. However, when I look at the rock that supports the portal, the immediate idea that came to my mind is that these are hands holding a small portal, and it seems like behind these shining figures of people, there seems to be a silhouette of a shoulder, another shoulder there, and there seems to be a head just behind the portal. So it seems like, for me, immediately what I saw instead of rocks is a person behind a looking sort of like a mirror or a glass. A mirror but with a transparent glass, and it seems that the person is holding on to the mirror and is looking through the mirror and through the glass, and is looking through to another world. No? And then what strikes me also is this one. It seems like the world, sort of like a land that is upside down. It could be a reflection of, this could be a body of water, and it is reflecting mountains on the surface of the water. It can be like that, no? Or it can be sort of like a floating part of a stone structure with sort of like stalactites below. But it's more like a reflection of an upside down reflection of a landscape, because it is being reflected by a very still body of water. Somehow what I start to feel is like a person who is in a tranquil state of being, which can be represented by the still waters. And still waters, they say still waters run deep. So somehow this is a person who is in touch with his inner self, who is very, very intuitive, a person who constantly looks inside himself or herself. And this constant journey within allows him to have stillness within himself. And this stillness allows him to look at the world at a different point of view. What this image makes me think is, it's like the point of view of the hanged man in the tarot. The hanged man is hanged upside down, and so he is looking at the world in an upside down view. His point of view of the world is different from the point of view of others. And looking at the big picture, when you say big picture thinking, there is a challenge for a person to have a big picture point of view, to look at the world at different angles, not just at one angle, but at different point of views. Usually, visionaries have this kind of gift, being able to see the world at a point of view that is different from what the general populace would look at things. The visionaries often see things that most people do not see. They see possibilities that often, in situations where often people would feel that there is no more solution, They often see answers in questions that other people might find already unsolvable. And I guess it is, when a person looks, it's like when this person, this silhouette of a person behind this looking glass, I would call it a looking glass, it's like a transparent mirror. This is a person who is looking through a portal. A person that looks through a portal that leads to the portal of this person's heart. For me, the still waters is the still inner self of the person, which can be represented by the heart. So the silhouette that I see here could be a person who uses something, a portal, in order to get to the portal of his or her heart. The portal can be many things. It can be a religious image, like an icon that is painted on a wood structure, and through this icon, the person is able to enter into his inner self. It can be a rosary bead or a praying bead that he constantly prays, which leads him to his inner self. It can be a scrying material such as a crystal ball or a water or any other scrying material wherein the person looks into this portal like a crystal ball, and by looking through the portal he is able to go into his inner self. And in the stillness of his inner self, he is guided by the universe and by the divine, by the source, to see the world at a different point of view. This reflection is universal. It can be applicable to all faiths. It can be applicable to all ways of thinking, because anybody can find means and ways that could help them enter into the stillness of their being, into the stillness of their heart. They could use a mandala also as a portal to enter their inner self. They could use chanting or repetition of religious phrases in order to enter into their inner self. But somehow from this picture, it seems to be a person who is able to use certain things to help them go into the stillness of the inner self, and they are able to see things in a different way of light. People who are able to look at the world in a different point of view I think we are invited to sing whatever it is that we are seeing. There is a need for us to share the point of view that we are able to see in the stillness of our contemplation, in the stillness of our reflections. For I feel when you are in touch with the divine, with the source, with the universe, you are able to have a clearer view of that special song that you need to sing to the world. A song that only you can contribute, and it is something that you have to sing. And you should have the courage to sing it out to the world. Sometimes when you sing it out, and it's a different point of view to that of the general populace, it might lead you to some discomfort, just as what happened to the hanged man. But when you look at the hanged man, there is a certain glow in his head, that despite of the discomfort that his different point of view has led him, he continues to hold on to the point of view that he has. So sometimes when you sing out your unique point of view of the world, the song that you need to sing. There might be moments when you would be not popular. There might be moments where it would lead you to some discomfort, where people might make your life a little bit difficult. But there is the challenge for you to continue on singing and holding on to the vision that you are being given, being inspired to hold on to, being inspired to sing out to the world, to the universe. You need to continue singing it, because without that song, the universe will not be as rich as it would be if you would sing that special song. I think that is the message for today. Now let us try to read from the handbook of the Starseed Oracle. Now the point of view of the Starseed Oracle might not be applicable to other people, but let us pick what can touch you, what resonates with you, because there is a universality in all messages and points of view. Between people, there is a commonality between the different points of view of different people. So here's what the handbook says. Big picture thinking. Play this energy, visionary, inspired ideas. The Pleiadians are our cosmic cousins. They are here to remind us that it's never too late to learn new things and change the future. You're being called to be a visionary for the planet. To take a breath, shake off what you've been taught about the world, and hold a new vision for humanity. So here, there's an invitation for you to not allow the limitations of what we have learned, to not allow these limitations of the things that we have learned, to not allow the things that we have learned to limit our capacity to dream, our capacity to be visionaries. Okay, so you're likely a natural big picture thinker, here to generate ideas for the future, here to birth a new age and dream a new world into being. The future will be woven by dream makers like you, by those with enough courage to question the way things have been and envision new possibilities for the planet. The world needs more artists, dreamers, inventors, and visionary thinkers. Perhaps you've had an idea recently that you're being called to usher in. If so, this card is your confirmation that it's divinely guided. The Pleiadians support us in this important stage in Earth's development. They want us to know that the decisions we make today will affect the well-being of our planet and all its species. They're calling on you to be a leader of the future, to hold a clear vision of what's possible, to trust that vision and follow it through with daily action, to dream a new world into being, to hold your mind open and try not to worry about what others think. For it takes great courage to pave a new path, to trust a vision before it's a reality, before it is a reality. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How are you being called to step up and lead? What new ideas or creations are you being called to pursue? Okay, so if you are reading this card right now, You have a special song to sing, a special gift to contribute to the world that only you can give. Don't be afraid to search for it. Find courage by constantly being in touch with the divine. Ask for the grace and the strength and the courage to be able to sing that special song, to be able to give that special gift that only you can give to the world and to the rest of the universe. Until next time, have a great